businesses and organisations.
Order. I call the honourable member for Indi.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Mr Deputy Speaker. On July the 11th this year, 58 employees of Bruck Textile Technologies lost their jobs. Circumstances meant that they were left with no entitlements. Many of them had been with the company for decades. The sudden liquidation of this company, which had been an icon in Wangaratta for 70 years, came as a shock to the workforce and the local community. Last Friday, I attended a workshop for some of these workers, and one of the first things they said to me was they didn't want what had happened to them to happen to their other colleagues or any other Australian workers. And that says plenty about the mindset and camaraderie of these people who are now looking for work. They still care, and what they want is that others don't go through the same pain that they've had to endure for the last 2 months. They told me that the Wangaratta community has been very supportive. The workshop they were attending was put on free by the local business, ATEL and Redden Partners. The government too has been very supportive, and on behalf of the workers, I'd like to thank the Minister for Employment, Senator Eric Abetz, for making good on his commitment to expedite the Fair Entitlements Guarantee, to get the outstanding entitlements paid as soon as possible, and for these workers to have been paid what they were owed by Bruck Textile Technology within 6 weeks. The government indeed deserved to be congratulated. However, there are some constraints with FEG. Not all the sick leave occurred and bank time was paid. The ex-workers feel it's not their fault that they weren't paid their full dues, and under normal circumstances they would have been paid this money. They have a few key messages that they've asked me to pass on to this parliament. Mr Deputy Speaker, they've asked me to say, please don't let this happen again. They've asked me to protect the people still working and to ensure there's a future for regional manufacturing in Australia. They've asked that their sick leave, their accrued time and bank time should be included in FEG, and they've asked for legislation to be drawn up so that workers are paid their full entitlement. They don't want to have to rely on charity. The workers asked that the government to change this legislation to ensure workers get the full protection they deserve. The support these former workers need is there in our community, but unfortunately the jobs they need are not. The immediate future for them is one of completing courses, upskilling and retraining, and having the belief that things will turn around and that they will soon return to being productive members of society they want and deserve to be. Mr Deputy Speaker, I ask for your help to look at this legislation, to take action on behalf of the government to ensure that the full entitlements of these workers are met. Thank you.